Alright, hello, hi, welcome back. Welcome back to more Blades. Some Blades. So we just finished our mission. So now we're going to do a little bit of the downtime and calculations that go into the payoffs of stuff. So, you guys, congratulations guys. You guys earned some pretty good reputation here, especially with the blue coats.
Nice.
So, this yields a score of 1 rep per tier. So you guys just go ahead and jot down, you just earn yourself 4 rep. This is a big deal.
Hot damn.
Alright. You didn't seize any kind of claim by doing this. But you do I think you automatically I think when you give off the box, I think to your kind of surprise they pay you a little bit for your contracting services. Whatever, they will be in touch.
Get paid.
Yeah, they said they were going to pay us.
Yeah. Oh. And so yeah, you guys earned a standard score here.
Maybe we were surprised that they actually did. Is that what
Yeah,
you're saying?
I think it's more that they didn't double cross you. So yeah, you gotta earn yourself some sweet 6 coin total.
Does this improve our faction status with the bluecoats or not yet?
Yes, it does.
So that is 3 coin a piece.
Mm-hmm. And I think as far as heat goes, I think a nice and easy 4 heat for this. It's a high profile target. It was a hostile turf, and you guys were contained with standard exposure. So nice work. What does that bring up your heat to? I think if I'm gonna go jump over to roll 20.
It's now at 4 because we cleared our heat last session.
Yeah, we did.
That's right, it's clear. So let's go ahead and do a quick.
So wait, you? I think you just said three coin each, but that's not right.
I'm
No,
sorry, it
6
should
coin.
be 2 coin each. My bad.
Six coin
Aye.
total. Yeah. Okay. Just wanting to make sure that I was hearing correctly,
Yeah.
even though it's incorrect. You knew it.
So remember how Kelsa, you were mentioning about how John sometimes says there's usually a natural entanglement, or not usually, but there could be a natural entanglement, and just go with that instead of rolling.
Yeah.
Well, I literally just rolled the natural inclination and follow up with that one.
Well, there you go.
Wham.
There you go.
So that's what's going to happen here. So I just did the payoff, we just did the heat, and now we're doing the entanglement section here. Obviously, Jimmy's going to get interrogated here. Here's the option that you guys have on the table for you immediately. You can pay the right people 2 coin to make sure that he doesn't talk about this and he makes it back, or Jimmy comes back and you pay him 2 coin and he promises that he didn't talk and he would not be lying, or we can leave it up to a fortune roll.
I already said I was gonna bail him out if the bluecoats picked him up, or was it the bluecoats who picked him up? Eventually.
I'm kind of giving you this sort of like this opening right now where like the fiction,
Sure.
I'm actually putting the mechanics ahead of the fiction right now, just for this moment.
Oh, so what if he's left there, and the way
Yeah.
we get him back is we turn in the stuff to the bluecoats, and we're like, hey, one of our boys got left behind. Can you pick him up before something bad happens to him? And we slide those guys 2 coin right.
Yeah, perfect. I was gonna basically say that like based on these options here, we can make a cool like fictional thing from there. Yeah, right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
So technically, we're paying off the blue coats to do this, but yeah,
Yep.
we
Right,
get them. Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. Perfect. See, that's yeah. So before I didn't want to like strong arm you guys in one of these options. I thought it'd be more fun because the situation is so kind of unique that I think there would be an interesting way of paying it off. So thank you, Kelsa. That was perfect. That's exactly what I was kind of picturing when I said putting the mechanics first here. Let's think about it a little bit. So perfect. Yeah. So that's what happens. And yeah, so Jimmy kind of comes back to everyone's kind of surprise, and he's like, "What are y'all staring at?"
Yeah.
As he's like eating another sandwich.
And I think maybe like Jules gonna nudge Vale and be like, maybe it's time for another one of your famous speeches.
I'm gonna mark off those 2 coin from my. You get yours.
From
Whoa.
you personally?
Yep. Oh, for my cut or whatever, because it's 2 coin for 2 coin, right? So
Yeah.
ended
Okay.
up nothing changing. Because I said I would bail him out, and I did.
And I think that that Jules gonna come to Seer then after a minute and be like, "You shouldn't have to pay for that personally. Just take part of my cut. I don't feel right."
Sure. You were giving me money.
Yeah. Like,
All right.
all right. Yeah. Good
So,
deal.
In that case, go ahead and take 1 coin and I'll get rid of one of mine.
Go straight into the stash.
That's cool. All right. Sweet. Downtime, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Where am I at? I really, really, really need to relieve some stress. Have I successfully gotten back?
Yeah. Your restaurant. Yeah, you're back in the.
I am.
Yeah, you're allowed to eat there again.
Okay, because I was looking at my clock and it says I've got 2 out of 4 and getting good with Chef Rosaline.
I think that should have been updated to 4 out of 4. I feel like we did something that fixed that.
I believe you. I'll take it. So,
If we don't, then we're gonna let this one slide in the interim. So you know what? Don't worry. If someone, I have to go back and look at the VOD of it. If that's
I think
true.
it was part of like you impressing all your other pirate homies, and she was kind of part of that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But
Thank you. Maybe I just forgot to mark it. That is bringing back memories.
It seems more likely you forgot to mark it because my heart of hearts is telling me you fixed that.
All right, I'll take it. I absolutely will.
So yeah, so you're back at the Golden Plum, right?
Yeah, so I'm back at the Golden
Eating
Plum.
your lizard on a stick.
Hey, that is high quality lizard on a stick.
The highest quality.
Don't knock it. So yeah, and I think that I want to bring Costa with me again because, you know, home cooking and all that. Extra guy. So
nice. Yeah, definitely.
Gotta milk it. So, yeah, and so back at the Golden Plum, she's sitting there with Costa, and it's like, I appreciate you coming out with me like this. Given everything we've been through, it's like we've finally got a chance to make up for old times, you know?
Boy, she sits on that hard for a while. Like doing the emotional balancing of the ledger here of everything. And I think she realizes that she's been sitting there kind of quietly or whatever. And I think she just kind of coyly or like kind of in like a cute kind of way says something like, well, we're like, now don't get soft on me, or like don't think that we're totally even. You know what I mean? But she agrees with you. It's like, well, you know, you're still short a few bucks, but you know, I you know what I mean? Like and I think she's probably like toast you, right?
Toast. Yeah, and I think like her response is as she you know, connects the toast is don't be afraid to call it a favor. Because she's like, you still owe me one, and I'm like, then collect, please.
Yeah.
So let me
That's so
build my
cute.
dice here.
That's adorable.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
6. Nice.
oh shit.
perfect. I am now at 1 stress. That is.
How are you guys so good at rolling?
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have just been on point the past couple sessions with the rolls. So, Yeah, perfect. Okay, so then we kind of like fade out from there. Who else wants to do a downtime action?
I also need to clear stress.
Yeah, I think it's first round class stress clearing
For everybody.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
that's fair. Who wants to go first?
Well, I don't really have much of like a scene I want to play out, so I just want to take Nirix Max shopping again.
All right.
I just need to chill.
That's fine. Yeah, just make your roll. We can do this as much as engrossing as we want to in the downtime. Air
Holy
horn.
shit.
Perfect. Now I'm at 1 stress as well.
Nice. Yeah, there's definitely a tactical the Price is Right kind of thing where you really want to get 7 stress so you could never go over it.
I like to sit at a 6 stress.
Yeah.
If I'm below 6, I do not clear stress.
Yeah. That's a good way of thinking about it.
That's
Well,
because you have that option. You do not
Speaking
have
of-
two traumas.
I'm at 5 stress. So let's
Let's roll them bones. So, Seer,
Oh,
remind everybody here what's Seer's vice and how you indulge in it again.
My vice is blood needle, which is a drug, and it's pretty much like cocaine. You get like energetic, and it's an awesome party, and I think we're celebrating. Jimmy's coming back, and like
It's Jimmy's birthday.
it's Jimmy's birthday.
You fucking left him on his birthday?
Yeah, no, but we're making it good now. Like, I brought a cake and everything.
No, did you make the cake? Here's the question. Did you make the cake? This doesn't cost you anything. I just want to know if you made the cake.
Oh, yeah, I totally made the cake.
Okay. Okay, you made a
Oh,
cake.
yeah.
Oh my god. You made a cake in your attic weird workshop oven that you normally bake drugs in. Instead you made this like weird little I mean, I will let you either describe how the cake is or roll if you want. It'd be just funny. It doesn't change anything. I just think this is just a really funny take on something. But are you actually like good at cooking?
I would describe this cake as psychedelic.
Okay. It got infused with the drugs in the
Special
oven.
cake.
Yeah. Okay.
Because of the drugs that I also baked into it.
Oh, okay.
And then we do this. And like, it looks like shit. Like, it looks like your dad, who never cooks, baked a cake for your birthday, and it just looks like a train wreck.
Okay, yeah, it's yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah, no, I know exactly what this looks like. I know exactly what this
It
looks
doesn't
like.
even taste that great because the drug's in it, but damn, the high is good.
Yeah,
It tastes
exactly.
like
It's like one of those things where it's like you made a really good cake, and then someone hit with a baseball bat, and then you somehow tried to piece it together. That's what it looks like. That's the finished product looks like, right?
Oh, God.
Like it's like this just it's whatever. It just works well. Duskvol doesn't really have a good supply of eggs, so it's really hard to get that nice cake. But
So we're partying with the boys.
yeah, party with the boys. Are you going to the usual place, a night market?
Yeah.
Alright,
Like we
yeah.
take the cake in there and stuff like that.
Okay.
They charge a corkage fee for the cake.
Jesus. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let's see the roll. Recover that stress.
Oh fuck!
Oh my god, you fucking overindulge. Fucking. Oh my god.
Why are you guys all rolling 3 dice? And I only got to roll 2.
You roll your
Our,
lowest.
stats. Go over to cut us over to the stats page. On the storms.
I think I don't
did.
remember how.
You
Vice
roll
is-
your lowest attribute.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
So
Gotcha.
if you look at our things,
Wait, Julie, you should have rolled 2 dice.
I
Do I have the graphics wrong?
think you do. Let me double check here because it should automatically take the lowest one. Darn it. So no, it should have been 2 dice. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I rolled an extra one because
Oh, because
I
cast.
was
Yeah.
because I was
Yeah.
my friend.
Yeah, you were with a friend. That's right. That's what it was.
Yeah,
Thank you. That's right. Seer, you're SOL, my friend.
Yeah, it's pretty
Ouch.
fucked.
All right, so this is the cool part of the game. So when you recover more stress than you actually have, you end up overindulging. And now we get to pick one of these 4 things. And by we pick, Paul gets to make the decision here.
Yeah.
So you attract trouble. You brag about your exploits. You have to play a different character for a little bit, or your current purveyor cuts you off.
Well, I think because it's Jimmy's birthday and we're with like all the gangers, I think it's just a bragging thing, right? So like we're telling like everyone that
All right.
how we like dressed up and just walked in there and walked out
Saying-
there and was like no problem. And then Jimmy was in the bathroom. What an idiot! So we're getting 2 extra heat.
No,
Nice.
that's legit. That is legit for sure.
Yeah, I dig it.
And I do still clear all
So
my
yeah,
stress, right? All right.
yeah, and Fenris in chat mentions she had cast it with her. So thank you for that, my friend. So yeah, nice guys. So I think that makes your stress up to 6 now. Is that right? Or
My-
not stress, your heat. I'm sorry. Pardon me, I
it's at
misspoke.
6 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great, cool. Just making sure.
I think clearing some heat might be a good idea too.
Cool. So we all did 1 downtime action. We have 1 more downtime action to for free, and if we want to do any more, we have to spend coin for it.
Or rep.
So I thought, I think that maybe Jewel is going to go talk to our new good friends at the Bluecoats and see if we're like, hey, we did this job for you. If you don't want it getting out that we did this job for you, maybe you should cool it a little bit. Stop looking so hard for us. That kind of thing.
Okay.
And command them to help us reduce heat.
Yeah. I mean, there's no position here for this role,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but
But
no,
it's
I like
still,
the idea that you're going to the Bluecoats directly about this.
I like that you're just telling them, like, fuck off, Bluecoats.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, exactly. So that's gonna be 2 dice, for command, and it's fine. There's no position here, so. Oh, boop boop boop. Cool. And there we go.
Wow.
Dang.
Hey.
Well, you don't actually recover 6, right?
No, yeah.
It's just you got the
recover
maximum
3.
effect. Yeah.
So
is
how
it
much
3?
does that reduce it?
Yeah.
+1?
You have the
Yes.
well, let me mention here. So you have 6. You rolled a 6. When you reduce heat on a 6, you reduce 3. You can always spend coin to bump that up to actually boost it to a crit and recover 5. If that would
Plus
be
the bonus one that we recover, we'd be clear of heat.
You want to do that?
Yes, I am going to pull out, like, I'm going to add that into my little thing. So I'm like, so we did this for you. You do this for us. And just stop looking so hard.
wow, nice. So you guys just cleared all of your stress.
Heat.
It's fine.
Heat.
We
Yeah.
know what you meant.
Also stress, though. We also cleared our stress.
We did. I mean, I
So-
saw 1 stress, but that's fine.
Same.
And remind everybody in TV Land why you were able to clear 1 extra stress.
In 1 extra heat.
Yes, he does. And it's
One
because we're
extra
high
heat.
society.
Yes.
So we take -1 heat during downtime, and we have +1 die to gather info about the city's elite.
Yeah. Excellent. Good work.
Okay. So I don't have to worry about heat. So let me think about what I want to do for my downtime. Do you have an idea, Paul? Because if you do, you can go while I think. And you're also muted.
You're also not there. You are. You're also half on the
Sorry.
camera.
Yeah. I like to move around. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Very well. I think I want to work on some long-term projects. And I think I want to pique the interest of Vampire Senpai with my elite alchemy skills.
That's correspond with Vampire Senpai.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like writing him recipes of like edibles. It's like this is a totally untapped market. Like people would never look in there. Like all these drugs now are like powders and like injections and like this is terrible, but
Yeah.
we have to modify it like this so it can withstand the heat when you bake it into a cake.
Okay. Well, you're at 1 out of 4 for this clock of arranging a meeting here with Vampire Senpai. So.
And it's like, yeah, and I need your thoughts on this because like you're kind of awesome.
Yeah.
And like good at alchemy and shit. I heard.
I've heard. Yeah. That's definitely true. That's what you have heard. So yeah, make a roll for Vampire Senpai. When you work on a project, it's traits, right?
Yeah. So I think it's I'm still trying to lure him in with like new formulas that I've been tinkering with. Because I want him to come back to it. Like,
yeah.
This is my unicorn that I chase, right? It's like because we have all these super nice drugs coming in from the hive, but I want to make something better.
Yeah.
And it's just not working out by myself. So. I'll just do risky standard, but I don't think it actually matters.
Well, yeah.
Because it's just the trait.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. I mean, he's really impressed with the
Hey.
They're really impressed with your formulae. So,
nice.
Where do you want to meet this guy?
And my
or does he leave it up to him, or leave it up to him? Your choice.
I mean, I would invite him to my super cool alchemy lab, full of my nerd shit.
That's adorable.
So
right.
I can show him off, and have like put up posters on like the explosion marks.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we could do that. We can see that. Awesome. Great. Yeah. He'd be willing to meet you there in a couple days. I mean, he's got to get ready. He's working on some stuff. He's a busy man. Busy entity.
Of course.
So.
Yeah, be compliant with whatever he wants. If he's like, no, fuck that, I want to be somewhere else, and Seer's like, oh yeah, sure. Let's go to that other place.
No, he jokes about it. He's like, of course, I'll meet you there. So. Okay.
Yes. Alright. I got a meeting with Narcus, is his actual name. But he's also known as Vampire Senpai. To the audience, not to me as the player. It's all really respectful, like Lord Narcus.
So, I think here's the first revelation when you agree to meet with him, because I don't think this meeting is actually, I don't know, will this meeting actually go down in town time? Probably would, right? So we'll let someone else go and stuff like that. But I think what he reveals in the letter is that I think you addressed him as Narcus, and he's like, he didn't want to correct you yet, and now he's going to correct you. That's not his name.
Oh shit.
He doesn't tell you why. He just says that isn't actually my name.
All right.
I think he leaves it to be in person, so I don't think he actually tells you. just yet, because he's that kind of person.
Yeah.
He's got to play that tsundere.
Dude, now I want to spend the coin and get another downtime action and gather some info on this dude.
Yeah, that's totally fair. All right,
but I'll let Asteyni go first.
Okay.
So we have to have mastery before I can get a 4 in something. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The only thing I can think to do anyway is still do resolve training, because we have the resolve training, so that would give me 2 XP instead of 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really have any projects I want to work on right now. No, I'm just gonna have to start shoving that into a tune because I have no other place to put it right now.
Okay. Does that boost up your attune?
Not yet. But my attune did get boosted up when I did that desperate roll.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, my stats are getting a little OP, so I might die soon. I don't know.
I mean, only if like talking is involved. As soon as that's out, you're like, no, stop.
Yeah, you are quite the social wizard, right?
Well, I'm starting to get good at studying things now too. I have a 2 in study now.
Aw, that's adorable.
I know. And like a 3 in almost all of my resolve stuff.
Okay. Yep. So I'm just gonna boost up your bubble here.
Okay, so
Excellent.
that's it for me.
Okay, well that's super easy. All right. Anyone else want to do anything now before we jump over to see Senpai?
Yeah,
I want to see Senpai.
I think if he reveals himself that he's hiding shit, then Seer is like, he's a fucking demon. I knew it. And I need to find out about him before I actually invite him into my house, because that would be terrible.
It's too late. You can't revoke the invitation. It has been sent.
Okay. No, there's time. Right? Like I said, maybe a couple of days. I want to know how you're actually going to study, though. I want to know where you're going. I mean, you don't have to like describe in innate detail what book you're checking out from the library. I just want, you know what I mean? I just want to know where does Seer research?
So,
especially Vampire Senpai. Who has that information that you're gonna count on?
Yeah. So really, there's two things we kind of know about him. Like, apparently he's kind of into alchemy, or like that was just something I latched onto. But also he like comes out and goes to parties, like at like kind of random intervals. So I'm probably grilling Vale to introduce me to her like fancy friends and ask them about parties that Narcus was at, also what they know, and maybe something slipped about him. Like I wanna try to talk to high society, but my channel to do that is Vale mostly.
Okay, yeah, no, that's a really good idea. Okay, so we're just gonna have a scene. You're gonna study based or research based from what Vale knows.
And it'd be like clients that come to the painted lady that are walk in those circles, and then
you do entertain.
Seer's like, hey, can I talk to you for like a minute? And I like maybe slip them some coins or whatever, and that's what I spent that coin on.
Yeah, no, definitely. I love that. I dig it. That makes perfect sense. You guys entertain mostly high society folks anyways at our group here. So let's see that. So you are actually trying to just gather information on this person. So go ahead and make me that roll.
Is that like a fortune roll? What is that?
No, wait, actually it might be a fortune roll. I have the wrong page open for that. It is... No, that is gathering information. You spend extra time to gather it's like a gather information roll. So it behaves like the gather information section So yeah, it is actually a trait, and we just lost Asteyni.
Okay. I'm being helped by my friend Vale.
Mm-hmm.
So I get one more die. And the High Society also gives me one more die. So I get 2 more dice. While I'm schmoozing with the rich folks. Boop.
That's it. All right.
4.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. So you get a 4. So
I wanna, yeah.
That makes sense.
And the point is, I wanna find out, like,
hey, welcome back.
the dirt on him, right?
I was just about to let you guys know that I lost internet access.
Oh
I-
no.
Nailed it.
I'm letting you guys know now.
Oh, thank you. That's so kind. So so you didn't miss anything really. Seer just quickly made a gather information roll to determine what he knows about the vampire senpai. And what we kind of see here is that you're getting a lot of like vague things, and when you're trying to mention what's it called? When you're trying to like ask and stuff about like Narcus and things like that, and like alchemy, people are like, you're getting a lot of like dead ends, and it's not really what you end up actually securing is information that Narcus got popular virally. Pun intended. Not maybe pun intended, but basically, what I'm trying to get at is that Narcus, when you met him, he was actually just dominated like mentally from this vampire at this party. That wasn't actually Narcus that you met, or maybe Narcus' brilliance is the vampire senpai, but you know what I mean? Like he's just like a body that he uses. Like a possession almost ability, right? Like a mental command ability.
Whoa. So there's a... Alright.
That's what your 4 gets you.
Jesus.
So, is he going to be meeting with the vampire or the person who he'd been dominating?
You don't know. You wrote to the vampire, but you don't know how he's going to show up. Right?
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it would be really fun, I think. Right?
I'm excited. Let's see this shit.
And are we there when he shows up, or like, are you making sure
Would you?
that it's,
Yeah.
or are you making sure that it's like a very private, intimate thing?
I mean, the thing is that it's in the attic, so somehow...
You know what I
you
mean?
have
Like, when the vampire enters,
to cross
see
somewhere.
you escorting this
Yeah.
old man up into your room, or what's going on?
Mhm.
I
Is it
mean,
the middle of the night? Are we all asleep? I mean,
Like, paint me a picture here.
I think
This is
Seer
very important.
would be like, I can just play this cool, and like it's just like during normal business hours, and like if it's like a train wreck, then I can at least like entertain him with tea and hookers.
That makes sense.
So, I think he just shows up to the door, and then whoever is like our normal hostess is like gets shoved aside. He's like, I got this one.
Okay.
And who is showing up? No, I'm curious.
So, oh boy, I want to do this real bad. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. So, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, you knock on the door. It's the right time where you're supposed to be meeting, or when the vampire senpai, I'm just gonna call him that until you know his actual name, shows up, and it's Nerix. Nerix is at the door. looking around.
Lyrics, you work here.
I know, but they don't come in.
Oh, I get what's happening. Okay.
Yeah, so because it was like the appointed meeting time.
Yeah.
And she's wearing like, I don't know, a blue.
She
right,
looks exactly like she does, you know, very pretty and stuff. And she's like, "Are you gonna invite me in or what?" I'm like,
yeah, come in. I didn't know you knew about this shit, but you know, sure.
I know, but like she acts like she's never been here before.
Yeah.
A little bit, being like, "Nice place. I could see why I like it." You know what I mean?
It's very strange.
No,
So-
that's what she says. She's like, Nirix quoted Nirix says, "I like nice place. I see why I like it." Right?
I understand what's going on here.
No, I also understand what's going on here.
So yeah, Nirix is dominated by Vampire Senpai. Just so you know that. If you want to
Yeah.
play around with that, like that's the open secret that we're playing with right now.
Is
Okay.
that it's like, I mean, ghosts are like a thing.
This isn't a ghost, this is a vampire.
Yeah, but
But I am giving them that ability to basically possess people.
people know
This
about
one in
ghosts.
particular.
Would they know about vampires? Because we met some of the other like spooky stuff, like the halls.
Yeah.
But like, do people generally know about that? Do they generally know about vampires?
No, yes and no. They know they exist, but they like are like so they're like high scary people. Like people thought that Lord Strangford was a vampire. You know what I mean? The most like the obvious one that everyone's always heard stories of is the weird Lord Skurlock.
Yeah.
You don't know who this person is. All you remember is seeing that one picture a long time ago of a dude laying in a bathtub full of blood.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, Sierra's like, yeah, come in, and come on up, 'cause that's where it is. I'm like waving everyone away. That's supposed to like come greet people when they come in.
Yeah.
No, I got this.
What are your before they go up? Yeah. You know what? Before you guys go upstairs, when you like, do you greet her in any way, or do you greet this person? You know, like do you have? You know what I mean? So when Nirix shows up, they like come in. They're looking around. They're like, nice place. I see why I like it. Do you like go to hug her or like shake their hand or something like that?
I'd probably shake their hand, but no hugs. I don't think like Nirix is like super buddy with me.
Okay.
At
What do you
first-
do? Nirix leans forward to kiss you. What do you do? On the lips.
Jesus. All right, let's do this.
Okay, just kisses you. That's all.
No. It's weird,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, sure, right?
She licks her lips, and I think, what are you feeling right now? Because that's what this thing tastes. Your emotion.
It is a lot of confusion because, you know, the vampire is showing up as someone else I also know.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh.
like how do I act towards him? Is this weird thing?
Oh man.
It's just hard to separate.
Yeah, I know what she says. She's like, "Don't worry, I'm not gonna throw a bomb at you." Like it can read your thoughts when you touch.
Yeah.
Like it gets a bit like it can see glimmers of things.
Yeah, but then you know the other thought is like, was it Nirix who tried to blow me up like that other time?
No, no, God no.
But like Seer doesn't know. He just like got the fuck out of there.
Yeah, I think it was just like a
Whatever,
joke.
yeah.
she said it like a offhand remark
Yeah,
that
no.
to anybody would be like, well, that's a weird thing to say, but but like it's not also not too far fetched of something to say to be like, yeah, okay, I mean, I'm not going to do you harm, but to say, don't worry, I won't hurt you, in a manner of, don't worry, I won't throw a bomb at you, it's very poignantly directed towards you and your past and your history, and being like, how does this person know? Nirix wouldn't know.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's just hard to separate who's what and what feelings are towards one thing and the other.
Yeah.
Like, when someone changes, like has some sort of epiphany in your life, and then they are super different, and you're like, but do I act the same around you? Is that like cool? I don't know.
All right, so while you guys are going up the stairs or whatever, and she's like, lead the way. Nirix says like, I like your letters. Like you're well gifted in writing.
Well, that was not what I was hoping to impress you with, but thank you.
I think she laughs and says, "No, your formulae. You write. No, your I would comment. If I appreciated your prose, I would remark on that."
I thought you were talking about my penmanship. What the hell?
Oh, thank you, XP. You just donated $5. Thank you very much. So I think what we see is Nirix. So let's like cut to the attic, right?
Yeah.
And this is like the scene from Good Will Hunting when the math professor sees Will like solving this thing and just kind of like the life of Seer being this fucking like just like bottles of alcohol like next to turpentine and like pickles next to eyeballs, like everything is just like this trashy kind of like workshop mess together instead of some sort of like super refined Emperor's New Groove kind of concoction of thing, you know what I mean? Like it's messy kind of thing. Am I wrong, Seer?
Oh no. Like,
yeah, so like he was expecting something
totally
far more like regimented and organized and structured, like graduated cylinders making like a reception thing on a cell phone, right? Like all like perfectly in line. And this place is just a fucking mess. There's like whatever the Doskvol version of pizza like left over, like you know what I mean? Like your dinner's out. It's just like, it's like a college dorm room. As far as your lab goes, and Nirix is like, in a very sarcastic manner, this is very, how charming. That's what they say.
Yeah, but it's like, it's disorganized in a way, but it's not like the pizza is like in some kind of other of stuff, right?
It doesn't interfere with how you work, but to someone else, it's perfectly organized to the madness of Seer's head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where everything is. Like when her parents are like, "Don't. Why would you clean my room? I know where everything is. Of course, that's on the floor. I know it's right next to the. It's underneath this thing or whatever. It's like I know.
What do you mean clean my room? It's totally clean, just the way it is.
Exactly right. Exactly. It looks messy to somebody if you don't know where everything already is.
So
right?
Seer takes it at face value and
exactly.
Just goes, like he's shown everything. It's like, hey, like. And this is what and all this stuff, like, hey, I couldn't explain this to like letters, but like there's like a special way you have to hold the thing and then twirl it 3 times this way, and then you have to wait like there's a lot of like he goes immediately into like, hey, this is the stuff that I wanted to impress you with, right?
So you just like basic. So do we have a scene of you kind of just going through the arcanobabble of your process?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, he's like going through the process and maybe like I don't know if they're following at all, if it's
Oh no, they are just watching you go through this, and it's the sexiest thing this thing has ever seen in this moment. And Nirix is so turned on right now by you, going through this.
Jesus.
What do you do?
And it's like, and that's it. What
Yeah.
do you think? There's like a bottle with like, bubbles coming up.
Yeah, I mean, she's just gonna go and like kiss you and stuff, and we can just fade from there if that's cool. If you wanna do it with
Like
possessed
jumps
Nirix.
me and like the beaker like falls out of my hand and like rolls on the ground with like the unfocused
Yeah.
two silhouettes
Okay.
in the background. Sure.
Yeah. There's your meeting with Vampire Senpai.
Jesus. All right. That didn't go how I expected.
Oh,
Is it
of course
everything
not.
you ever wanted?
I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Is that a fortune roll?
I don't know.
No, but I definitely think that interesting. Okay. Costa's not around, is she?
Probably.
Okay. I'm just wondering.
I mean, like she went
Because you have
off for a
feels for
while,
her.
but
I know, but you have feels for her, and I'm just wondering if there might be jealousy or something.
God, maybe.
Anyways,
But
we'll worry about
like
that later.
Sears problem, right?
Yeah, that's a very Seer thing to say.
And I'm kind of concerned because like Nirix is my BFF.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
And she was also very explicit that she wasn't going to get down with any of the staff or the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost
then
like
she
Nirix
goes up-
isn't herself.
So that's going to lead to some questions down the road.
Yeah. Exactly.
Fine.
Well, that's a cool downtime. Good job, everybody.
Yeah.
So Seer, I want to ask you real quick before we jump out of that scene here.
Sure.
Was there anything you wanted to gain from this meeting, or just start us building a rapport with this person?
Well, we probably want to learn their actual name. That would be helpful.
Okay, so this might be after the deed is done. Boy, how weird will it be when okay. Oh. Yeah, I got to. Their name is Hobbs. They say call me Hobbs, even though their name's Nirix, right?
Yeah. All right. And like, I'll ask you. Like, does that mean like they're a green square or is that like
Green square in the character sheet means a friend, right?
yeah?
Oh. No. This is just a person on your character sheet now as a square. This person would probably do this with anybody. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I get some sweet alchemy swag.
Yeah, that's true, right? Like, you persuaded them with your intellect, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, it's up to you. Like, it's totally fair if you're like, no, like, they would do that.
Mm.
And they don't care
Sorry.
about that they fucked you.
No, it's not that they don't care about that. It's more about, like, if they were displeased about your setup, or like if you, for example, were lying about your work and you weren't as smart as you were, they would probably just kill you and wasting their time. But
Jesus.
to engage in something like this would be, like, that's, yeah, like you could be anybody as long as it's the intellect, it's the brain. They're a cerebrophile, right?
Sure. All right.
Because that's what matters. That's what's immortal. The ideas. So,
Feeling it.
yeah. You got taken for a ride, and their name's Hobbs. Or at least what they tell you.
I'll take it. And they're not a demon, as
Yeah.
far as I know.
So if you wanted to look up more about Hobbes or something like that in the future, not telling you that you have to do this now, but like using that name could give you better like potency to your rolls and stuff, right? That's what I'm trying to get at from that.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you don't. I mean, then you don't. You. Yeah. I guess you don't really gain or any insight or further understanding of alchemy, but I guess you learn a little bit about anatomy. and we just call downtime there, and we go to our second break.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let's do that. So we'll be back in 5 minutes, guys.